Good morning. This is Ken Barron with the National Association of Black and White Men Together. Another episode of the videocast, and today's topic is cell phones. So, ever since the cameras became embedded in cell phones, people have been using their devices to bear witness to violence. The First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees five essential freedoms: religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. This was adopted in 1791 as part of the Bill of Rights. It prevents the government from restricting expression, establishing a state religion, or interfering with the peaceful protest and petitioning of redress of grievances. Courts have long granted citizens a First Amendment right to film in public. But this right on paper is now being increasingly contested on the streets as federal agents try to stop citizens from recording their activities. We are seeing a pattern of intimidation of people who are just trying to observe. A federal judge granted a preliminary injunction prohibiting the government from retaliating against peaceful observers and protesters. But that injunction was lifted on Wednesday by an appeals court. Government officials have said that violence against agents included videotaping where they are at when they are out on an operation. The nation is founded. The nation's founders worried that if the state had a monopoly on weapons, its citizens could be oppressed. The answer was the Second Amendment. Now that our phones are the primary weapons of today's information war, we should be as zealous about our right to bear phones as we are about our right to bear arms. To adopt the language of the Second Amendment enthusiasts, perhaps the only thing that can eventually stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a camera. The difference between oppression and liberation is who will ultimately control those cameras. The smartphone camera is a potent weapon because it offers the promise of future accountability. Even if the person filming is killed, the camera can preserve evidence of a crime that could be prosecuted in the future. A desire to evade such accountability is why governments engage in violent repression, often shut off internet access, and thus prevent witnesses from sharing videos and photos. The best defense is a double down on documentation. Those who can afford the personal risk should keep filming, and those who can't risk being on the front lines can support those doing the documentaries in other ways. We need to question whether the government asks us to put away our phones, especially when it comes to filming people we pay with our tax dollars. Ken Barron with the National Association of Black and White Men Together. We're on nabwmt.org, and you can email us at nabwmt@nabwmt.org. We're on Instagram, on Facebook, and other platforms. Please subscribe, comment, and join our fight against homophobia and racism and other inequalities. I thank you so much for listening.